Tonight, we'll drift gently through the science of healing, how your mind mends emotional wounds while your body repairs itself, cell by cell, in the quiet hours of sleep. Welcome to Get Sleepy Science. I'm so glad you found your way here tonight. Wherever you are right now, perhaps lying in the soft darkness of your bedroom, or settling into the gentle embrace of your pillow, allow yourself to rest here in this shared moment of stillness. We'll explore 100 fascinating truths about healing, from the tears that wash away yesterday's hurt, to the white blood cells patrolling your bloodstream tonight, to the neural pathways rewiring themselves as you dream. Healing happens in layers, in whispers, in the spaces between heartbeats. If these calm stories about healing bring you peace, a gentle like and subscribe helps other sleepless souls discover this quiet space. It only takes a moment, but it means the world to us, one sleepy soul at a time. For now, just let your shoulders soften. Let your breathing fall into its own rhythm. Imagine yourself drifting in a space where healing happens naturally, where your body knows exactly what to do without any effort from you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. You're part of an endless stream of consciousness, where thoughts bloom and dissolve like waves, moving without boundaries, without destination. Let go of all limits. Let your mind drift through the space of awareness. Your brain begins emotional healing the moment you fall asleep. During REM sleep, the phase when you dream most vividly, stress neurochemicals like norepinephrine are naturally suppressed in a brain region called the amygdala. This allows your mind to process difficult memories in a low-stress environment, like reviewing old photographs in soft lamplight rather than harsh fluorescent glare. Research from 2024 confirms that this nightly therapy session helps reduce the emotional intensity attached to challenging experiences. When you wake, those same memories feel slightly less raw, slightly more manageable. Sleep doesn't erase what happened, but it gently dims the emotional volume. Every night offers another opportunity for this quiet emotional recalibration, transforming yesterday's overwhelming moments into today's bearable memories. Your tears contain different chemicals depending on why you're crying. Emotional tears, those shed from sadness, frustration, or even joy, carry higher levels of stress hormones like cortisol than tears from cutting onions. When you cry before sleep, your body is literally releasing stress chemistry through your tear ducts. This isn't weakness, it's sophisticated biology. A 2024 study found that people who allow themselves to cry report feeling calmer and more emotionally balanced afterward, particularly when tears happen in safe, private moments like bedtime. Your nervous system recognizes crying as a pressure release valve. The salt water carries tension out of your body, making space for rest. Sometimes healing begins not with holding everything together, but with letting everything flow. During deep sleep, your brain consolidates emotional memories differently than factual ones. The hippocampus, your brain's memory processor, works with the neocortex to integrate difficult experiences into your broader life story. This integration process, confirmed by 2025 neuroimaging research, helps transform intense emotional events from threats happening now into challenges I survived. It's why people often say they need to sleep on important decisions or difficult situations. Your dreaming mind literally rehearses emotional scenarios, testing different responses without real-world consequences. The prefrontal cortex, usually in charge of the rational thought, quiets down during REM sleep, allowing deeper emotional processing to occur. By morning, problems that felt insurmountable at midnight often feel more manageable. Sleep doesn't solve everything, but it shifts your perspective just enough to help you find new approaches. Your vagus nerve, running from your brainstem to your abdomen, serves as a direct communication highway between your brain and body. When you feel safe enough to sleep, this nerve shifts your entire system from threat detection mode into rest and repair mode. Researchers in 2024 discovered that quality sleep strengthens vagal tone, the gentle efficiency with which this nerve whispers calm throughout your body. Stronger vagal tone means better emotional regulation, easier recovery from stress, and improved ability to feel safe in your body. People with healthy sleep patterns show measurably better vagal function than those who experience chronic sleep difficulties. Every peaceful night literally exercises this biological calming pathway. making it easier to access tranquility the next time you need it. Your nervous system learns to trust rest through repetition. The hormone cortisol, often called the stress hormone, follows a precise daily rhythm that depends entirely on sleep. In healthy patterns, cortisol peaks in the early morning to help you wake, then gradually declines throughout the day, reaching its lowest point around midnight. This natural decline signals your body that it's safe to rest. However, chronic stress or sleep difficulties can disrupt this rhythm, keeping cortisol elevated when it should be low. Recent 2025 research shows that even modest sleep improvements can help restore healthy cortisol patterns within 2 to 3 weeks. When cortisol behaves as it should, your body can dedicate nighttime hours to genuine repair rather than maintaining emergency alert status. The rhythm matters as much as the hormone itself. Your brain physically shrinks by about 5% during sleep. This isn't damage, it's housekeeping. A 2024 study using advanced imaging technology revealed that brain cells actually contract during sleep, widening the spaces between them. This expansion of interstitial space allows cerebrospinal fluid to flow more freely through brain tissue, washing away metabolic waste products that accumulated during your waking hours. Among these waste products are proteins associated with emotional stress and even early markers of cognitive challenges. Think of it as your brain's nightly tide, washing clean the shores of consciousness. When you wake, your brain returns to its normal size, refreshed and cleared of yesterday's debris. This process, called the glymphatic system, works best during deep sleep, another reason why rest matters so profoundly for emotional resilience. Nightmares, though distressing, can actually be part of the healing process. During REM sleep, your brain rehearses responses to threatening situations in a safe environment. A 2024 study on healing from difficult experiences found that nightmares often decrease in frequency and intensity as emotional processing progresses. The dreams themselves may represent your mind's attempts to integrate fragmented memories into coherent narratives. Researchers discovered that people who experience nightmares after challenging events and receive proper support often show better long-term emotional adjustment than those who suppress dreaming through avoidance. Your dreaming mind isn't tormenting you. It's working hard to make sense of confusion, to find patterns in chaos, to gradually transform fear into understanding. Even difficult dreams serve a purpose. Your heart rate variability, the subtle changes in time between each heartbeat, improves during restful sleep. High heart rate variability indicates a flexible, resilient nervous system that can smoothly shift between alert and calm states. A 2025 study found that people recovering from emotional difficulties who prioritize sleep show significant improvements in heart rate variability within just 2 weeks. This biological marker predicts emotional resilience more accurately than many psychological assessments. When your heart rate variability is healthy, you're better equipped to handle unexpected challenges without becoming overwhelmed. Your heart, it turns out, is learning through rest just as much as your brain is. Every peaceful night teaches your cardiovascular system that safety exists, that relaxation is possible, that you can let your guard down sometimes. During the first 90 minutes of sleep, your brain produces its highest concentration of slow delta waves. These waves, measured by EEG technology, indicate your deepest, most restorative sleep phase. Recent 2024 research revealed that emotional memories are particularly subject to reconsolidation during these slow wave periods. Your brain essentially takes emotional memories out of storage, examines them in this low-stress state, and puts them back with slightly reduced emotional charge. This process doesn't happen once, it repeats across multiple sleep cycles, gradually reducing the intensity of painful memories. Every cycle of deep sleep offers another opportunity for this gentle emotional editing. People who protect their early sleep hours, when slow-wave sleep is most abundant, often report faster emotional recovery than those whose sleep is fragmented or delayed. The first hours matter most. Your core body temperature drops by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit during sleep, while your hands and feet may grow slightly warmer as blood vessels dilate. This temperature redistribution isn't coincidence, it actively supports emotional regulation. Temperature-sensitive regions of the hypothalamus, a brain area involved in emotional responses, become less reactive when your body is cooler. This is why many trauma-informed approaches now include temperature regulation strategies. Some people find that keeping their bedroom slightly cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, helps them access deeper, more restorative sleep. A 2024 study confirmed that optimal sleeping temperature correlates with better emotional processing during REM sleep. Your body's natural cooling system creates an internal environment where difficult emotions can be examined without triggering fight or flight responses. Temperature and tranquility are more connected than most people realize. Oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone, is released during sleep in response to feelings of safety and connection. This same hormone that surges during hugs and moments of closeness also floods your system during peaceful rest. Research from 2025 shows that oxytocin doesn't just make you feel warm and connected, it actively dampens fear responses in the amygdala. When you sleep in an environment where you feel safe, whether that's alone in your own space or beside someone you trust, oxytocin levels rise naturally. This creates a biological foundation for emotional healing. The hormone essentially tells your nervous system that it's okay to lower defenses, to stop scanning for danger, to redirect energy toward repair. Sleep in a safe space becomes a nightly dose of this natural calming chemistry, rebuilding your capacity for trust one rest cycle at a time. GABA, short for gamma-aminobutyric acid, is your brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. During sleep, GABA production increases significantly, quieting the neural activity that keeps you alert and anxious. A 2024 study found that people with sleep difficulties often show lower GABA levels, creating a cycle where anxiety prevents sleep and lack of sleep prevents GABA restoration. But here's the hopeful part. Even small improvements in sleep quality begin to restore GABA production within days. As GABA levels normalize, falling asleep becomes easier and staying asleep becomes more natural. Your brain literally manufactures its own anti-anxiety chemistry during rest. Night after night of sleep gives your neurons the raw materials they need to produce more of this calming compound. The cycle can reverse itself, anxiety gradually loosening its grip as rest becomes more reliable. Lucid dreaming, the ability to become aware that you're dreaming while still asleep, is emerging as a tool for emotional healing. A 2024 study published in Traumatology found that participants practicing lucid dreaming reported decreases in symptoms related to past difficult experiences. Over 85% of participants dropped below threshold levels during the study period. While results are promising, lucid dreaming remains an emerging approach requiring further research. In lucid dreams, people can consciously interact with challenging memories in a safe dream environment, essentially rehearsing new responses without real-world risk. The brain can't fully distinguish between actual experiences and vividly imagined ones, so these dream rehearsals create new neural patterns. Perhaps our sleeping minds hold therapeutic possibilities we're only beginning to glimpse, gently unfolding as we learn to listen. Your default mode network, a collection of brain regions active during rest and self-reflection, becomes especially busy during certain sleep stages. This network, which includes the medial prefrontal cortex and posterior cingulate cortex, helps you process your sense of self, understand others' perspectives, and integrate experiences into your life story. During sleep, particularly in the lighter stages, this network continues working without the interference of external stimuli. It's like having an inner therapist who works the night shift, helping you make sense of who you are and what you've been through. Recent 2025 neuroimaging studies show that this nighttime self-reflection activity predicts better emotional understanding and self-compassion in the morning. Sleep gives you quiet time with yourself, without distraction, allowing deeper understanding to emerge. Your circadian rhythm, the internal 24-hour clock that regulates sleep and wakefulness, also governs emotional sensitivity. Research from 2024 demonstrates that when this rhythm is disrupted, emotional regulation becomes significantly more challenging. People working night shifts or experiencing jet lag show heightened emotional reactivity and reduced ability to regulate their responses to stress. The suprachiasmatic nucleus, a tiny region in your hypothalamus, orchestrates this daily rhythm by responding to light and darkness. When this conductor loses its timing, the entire orchestra of bodily functions falls out of sync, but the rhythm can be restored. Consistent sleep schedules, morning light exposure, and evening darkness all help reset this internal timekeeper. As circadian rhythm stabilizes, emotional stability often follows. your daily timing affects your emotional tuning in profound ways. Fear extinction, the process by which your brain learns that something previously threatening is now safe, happens most effectively during sleep. When you face a fear during the day and then sleep afterward, your brain consolidates that new safety learning. A 2025 study on this process found that sleep enhances the neural circuits involved in updating threat assessments. Without sleep, the fear memory remains fresh and reactive. With sleep, the brain integrates the new information that you survived, that the threat is manageable, that you have resources. This is why many therapeutic approaches encourage processing difficult material earlier in the day rather than right before bed. It gives sleep a chance to do its consolidating work. Every night can soften fear's grip just a little more, teaching your nervous system that yesterday's danger is today's handled situation. Psychological resilience, your ability to adapt and recover from difficulties, has measurable biological markers, many of which are directly influenced by sleep. Studies from 2024 identified that resilient individuals show specific patterns of neural activity during sleep, particularly in regions connecting emotional centers with reasoning areas. These patterns suggest that sleep literally builds resilience by strengthening the connections between feeling and thinking. Your sleeping brain practices integrating emotion with logic, fear with reason, impulse with planning. People who consistently get adequate sleep show thicker grey matter in brain regions associated with stress regulation. Every night of rest is like a workout for your resilience muscles. The capacity to bounce back isn't just personality, it's partly biology. And biology responds to sleep. Your perception of social support, whether you feel alone or connected, shifts based on sleep quality. Research published in 2025 found that sleep-deprived individuals consistently underestimate how much support they actually have available. They perceive social interactions as more negative and miss subtle cues of warmth and care from others. Conversely, well-rested people show enhanced ability to recognize supportive intentions and feel more connected to their communities. This isn't about changing your social network, it's about changing how your brain interprets the network you already have. Sleep acts like glasses for social perception, bringing caring gestures into clearer focus. When you're exhausted, the world seems colder not because it is, but because your tired brain has lost some of its capacity to perceive warmth. Rest restores that perception. Your brain selectively strengthens certain memories during sleep while allowing others to fade. This process, called sleep-dependent memory consolidation, doesn't treat all experiences equally. Research from 2024 shows that emotional memories, both positive and negative, receive preferential processing during sleep. However, the emotional charge of negative memories tends to decrease while their factual content remains. Positive memories, interestingly, often retain both their emotional warmth and their details. This natural editing process means that over time, with adequate sleep, difficult experiences may become less painful, while happy moments remain vibrant. Your sleeping brain isn't trying to create false memories, it's helping you hold on to joy while releasing unnecessary suffering. Every night offers a gentle rebalancing, emphasizing light while dimming darkness. Grief, the process of adjusting to loss, has its own timeline, and sleep plays a crucial role in how this unfolds. Studies from 2025 examining people navigating loss found that those who maintained regular sleep patterns, even when it was difficult, showed more adaptive grief trajectories. During sleep, the brain gradually integrates the reality of loss into the fabric of memory. This doesn't mean forgetting, it means learning to hold the memory without being overwhelmed by it. Every sleep cycle allows for small amounts of processing, tiny increments of adjustment. Over time, these nightly sessions of integration help transform acute grief into integrated loss. Sleep doesn't take the pain away, but it helps you learn to carry it differently, to make space for it alongside other experiences, to continue living while still honoring what was lost. Your dreams may be more than random neural firing. They might be your brain's way of problem solving. Research published in 2024 found that people often wake with insights about emotional situations they went to sleep worrying about. During REM sleep, the brain makes novel connections between seemingly unrelated experiences and knowledge. This allows for creative solutions that logical waking thought might miss. The dreaming mind operates without the constraints of conventional thinking, trying out scenarios, mixing memories, exploring possibilities. Many people report that issues which felt impossible at bedtime seem suddenly solvable after sleep. This isn't magic, it's the brain's natural problem-solving mechanism, freed from the limitations of conscious logic. Dreams might be your unconscious mind's way of working through challenges from angles your waking mind would never consider. Sleep pressure, the biological drive to sleep that builds throughout the day, is regulated by a chemical called adenosine. From the moment you wake, adenosine accumulates in your brain, creating increasing pressure to rest. This pressure interacts with emotional regulation in interesting ways. Studies from 2025 show that as sleep pressure builds, emotional reactivity increases. Small frustrations feel larger. Minor worries seem more concerning. This isn't weakness, it's adenosine affecting the same brain regions involved in emotional processing. When you finally sleep, adenosine levels drop, and with them, the emotional amplification fades. Morning problems often feel smaller not because they've changed, but because your brain chemistry has reset. The world didn't become less challenging overnight. Your capacity to handle it simply renewed itself. Self-compassion, the ability to treat yourself with kindness during difficulty, is significantly influenced by sleep quality. Research from 2024 found that sleep-deprived individuals show reduced activity in brain regions associated with self-kindness and increased activity in areas related to self-criticism. When you're exhausted, your inner voice tends to become harsher, more judgmental, less forgiving. Well-rested people show measurably more self-compassionate thinking patterns. This suggests that being kind to yourself isn't just a choice. It's partly a biological capacity that depends on rest. When you notice your self-talk becoming critical, it might be worth considering whether you simply need sleep. Rest doesn't solve every problem, but it does restore the neurological foundation for treating yourself gently. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do for yourself is sleep. Emotional intelligence, your ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions in yourself and others, varies with sleep quality. A comprehensive 2025 study found that just one night of reduced sleep impairs emotional intelligence measures. Sleep-deprived people become worse at reading facial expressions, miss emotional nuances in conversation, and struggle to modulate their own emotional responses appropriately. The brain regions responsible for social and emotional processing are particularly vulnerable to sleep loss. However, this impairment reverses quickly with rest. After one good night's sleep, emotional intelligence measures return to baseline. Your capacity for empathy, for understanding others, for navigating social complexity, all of these depend on giving your brain the rest it needs to maintain these sophisticated functions. Social grace sometimes requires nothing more than adequate sleep. Identity integration, the process of weaving new experiences and changes into your sense of self, happens largely during sleep. When you go through significant life changes, whether chosen or unexpected, your brain must update its internal model of who you are. Research from 2024 shows that this updating occurs primarily during sleep, particularly during REM periods. The dreaming brain takes new information about yourself and integrates it with existing self-concepts, gradually building a coherent narrative that includes both old and new. People who sleep well during transitions report clearer sense of self and less identity confusion. Sleep provides the quiet processing time needed to answer the question, "Who am I now?" After change, rest becomes even more important, not just for physical recovery, but for the psychological work of becoming a new version of yourself. Let's pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence, heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You're a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Now we continue. Psychoneuroimmunology, the study of how psychological processes affect the immune system, has revealed that your thoughts and feelings directly influence your body's healing capacity. When you experience stress or difficult emotions, your brain sends signals that can suppress immune function. Conversely, positive emotional states and adequate sleep enhance immune responses. A 2024 meta-analysis examining decades of research confirmed that the connection between mind and body isn't metaphorical, it's measurable, consistent, and profound. Your immune cells have receptors for neurotransmitters produced by your brain. Your white blood cells literally respond to your emotional state. This means that addressing emotional well-being isn't separate from physical health. It's foundational to it. When you support your emotional healing through sleep, you're simultaneously supporting every physical healing process in your body. Chronic inflammation, implicated in numerous health challenges, is directly affected by both emotional state and sleep quality. When you experience ongoing stress or sleep deprivation, your body maintains low-level inflammation even without any physical injury. This inflammatory state, measured through markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, was shown in 2025 research to decrease significantly after just 2 weeks of improved sleep. The connection works both ways. Inflammation can also disrupt sleep, creating a cycle. But breaking into this cycle at either point helps. Better sleep reduces inflammation, which improves sleep quality further, which reduces inflammation more. Every night of rest sends anti-inflammatory signals throughout your entire system, dampening the fires of chronic activation, allowing tissues to return to their natural balanced state. The gut-brain axis, the bidirectional communication system between your digestive tract and your brain, is profoundly influenced by sleep. Your gut contains trillions of bacteria that produce neurotransmitters, including 90% of your body's serotonin. These microorganisms follow circadian rhythms just like you do, and sleep disruption affects their behavior and composition. Research from 2024 found that people with healthy sleep patterns show more diverse and beneficial gut bacteria than those with irregular sleep. This matters for both emotional and physical healing because your gut bacteria influence inflammation, immune function, mood regulation, and even pain perception. When you sleep well, you're not just resting your brain, you're supporting the microscopic ecosystem in your digestive system that affects healing throughout your entire body. Your mood and your immune system communicate constantly through chemicals called cytokines. These protein messengers, produced by immune cells, can cross the blood-brain barrier and affect emotional states. When you're fighting an infection, certain cytokines signal your brain to induce fatigue, withdrawal, and low mood, symptoms traditionally called sickness behavior. This isn't coincidence, it's strategy. Your immune system is asking your brain to make you rest, so energy can be redirected toward healing. A 2025 study found that respecting these signals and resting, when you feel unwell, leads to faster recovery than pushing through. Your body's wisdom speaks through how you feel. Honoring that communication by sleeping when you're tired, whether physically or emotionally depleted, allows the healing conversation between your immune system and brain to proceed uninterrupted. Growth hormone, essential for tissue repair and cellular regeneration, is secreted primarily during deep sleep. Your pituitary gland releases the majority of daily growth hormone in the first few hours after you fall asleep. This hormone stimulates cell reproduction, muscle recovery, fat metabolism, and bone strengthening. Research from 2024 confirmed that people who consistently enter deep sleep show significantly higher growth hormone levels than those whose sleep remains light or fragmented. As you age, both deep sleep and growth hormone naturally decline, but maintaining good sleep habits helps preserve this vital repair signal. While you rest during those precious hours of deep sleep, your body releases this master healing hormone that orchestrates countless repair processes. Without sufficient deep sleep, growth hormone production falters and healing slows across all bodily systems. Melatonin, best known for regulating your sleep-wake cycle, also functions as a powerful antioxidant and immune system modulator. This hormone, produced by your pineal gland in response to darkness, doesn't just make you sleepy, it supports cellular repair throughout your body. Studies from 2025 show that melatonin helps regulate inflammation, enhances immune cell function, and protects cells from oxidative stress. Melatonin levels naturally decline with age, which may partly explain why older adults often experience both sleep difficulties and slower healing. The hormone works best when produced naturally in response to darkness, rather than supplemented. This is one reason why keeping your sleeping environment dark matters. It allows melatonin to reach optimal levels, supporting not just sleep itself but the healing processes that depend on this remarkable molecule. Cytokines, the immune system's signaling proteins, follow daily rhythms closely tied to sleep-wake cycles. Some cytokines promote inflammation and are highest during waking hours when you might encounter threats. Others suppress inflammation and peak during sleep when healing takes priority. Research published in 2024 found that sleep disruption scrambles these rhythms, causing inflammatory cytokines to remain elevated at night when they should decline. This mistiming impairs healing and contributes to feeling unwell. However, establishing consistent sleep schedules helps restore proper cytokine rhythms within weeks. Your immune system's timing is as important as its strength. When cytokines pulse at the right times, alert during day, restorative during night, your body can effectively defend itself while still dedicating nighttime to repair. Sleep synchronizes immune timing. The inflammatory phase of wound healing, the first stage after any injury, is actually necessary for proper recovery. When you cut yourself or experience tissue damage, immune cells rush to the site, causing redness, swelling, and warmth. This inflammation isn't the enemy, it's the beginning of repair. However, this phase must resolve on schedule for healing to progress. Research from 2025 demonstrates that sleep directly influences how quickly inflammation transitions from the initial protective phase to the rebuilding phase. People who sleep well show faster resolution of inflammation compared to those who don't. Rest essentially signals to your immune system that it's safe to move from defense mode to reconstruction mode. Without adequate sleep, inflammation may persist longer than necessary, delaying the healing phases that follow. Fibroblasts, specialized cells responsible for producing collagen and other structural proteins, become more active during sleep. These cells essentially rebuild damaged tissue by laying down new extracellular matrix, the scaffold that holds your tissues together. Studies using time-lapse microscopy in 2024 showed that fibroblast activity follows circadian patterns, with peak productivity during typical sleeping hours. When you maintain healthy sleep patterns, these repair cells can work efficiently. Sleep deprivation, even for a single night, reduces fibroblast activity and slows collagen production. Since collagen is crucial for healing everything from small cuts to surgical incisions to age-related tissue changes, supporting fibroblast function through adequate sleep accelerates healing across all tissue types. These microscopic repair workers need you to rest so they can rebuild. Your skin, your body's largest organ, performs intensive repair work during sleep. The skin barrier, the outermost layer that protects you from dehydration, pathogens, and environmental damage, regenerates primarily at night. Cell division in the epidermis peaks between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. Research from 2025 found that people who maintain regular sleep schedules show better skin barrier function, faster wound closure, and more effective protection against environmental stresses than those with irregular sleep. This isn't just about appearance, it's about one of your primary defense systems maintaining its integrity. When you skimp on sleep, your skin barrier weakens, becoming more permeable to irritants and less effective at retaining moisture. During these quiet hours of rest, your skin rebuilds its protective fortress. Angiogenesis, the formation of new blood vessels, is essential for healing and occurs most actively during sleep. When tissue is damaged, new blood vessels must grow to deliver oxygen and nutrients to healing areas. This process is regulated by circadian rhythms and growth factors released during sleep. A 2024 study found that sleep deprivation significantly impairs angiogenesis, slowing wound healing and tissue repair. The formation of new blood vessels isn't just relevant for injuries, it's also important for recovery from illness, adaptation to exercise, and even cognitive function. Your brain constantly remodels its vascular network, and this remodeling happens optimally during sleep. While you rest, new microscopic highways are being built throughout your body, ensuring every cell receives the supplies it needs. Sleep provides the construction window for this vital infrastructure work. T cells, crucial warriors in your adaptive immune system, function significantly better when you sleep well. These specialized immune cells learn to recognize threats like old friends learning faces, remembering them quietly for years, ready to respond when needed. Research published in 2025 found that sleep enhances T-cell adhesion molecules, proteins that allow these cells to attach to and eliminate infected cells. Study participants who slept for 8 hours showed measurably more efficient T-cell function than those who stayed awake. Even a single night of adequate sleep improved T-cell performance. These cells literally become better at their job when you rest. This matters not just for fighting infections, but also for immune surveillance against abnormal cells. Your adaptive immunity, your body's learned, precise defense system, depends on sleep to maintain its sophistication and effectiveness. Vaccination responses provide clear evidence of sleep's impact on immune function. Multiple studies conducted between 2024 and 2025 found that people who sleep well in the days following vaccination produce significantly more antibodies than those who are sleep deprived. In some cases, adequate sleep doubled the antibody response. This isn't about whether vaccines work, it's about how effectively your body responds to them. The immune system must recognize the vaccine, process the information, and create lasting memory. All of these steps are enhanced during sleep. This principle applies beyond vaccines to any situation where your immune system encounters something new. Whether facing a cold virus or recovering from a minor injury, your immune system learns and adapts better when supported by consistent, quality sleep. Natural killer cells, part of your innate immune system, patrol your body constantly looking for infected or abnormal cells. These cells don't need prior exposure to recognize threats. They're your first responders. Studies from 2024 show that even modest sleep restriction reduces natural killer cell activity by up to 30%. One night of limited sleep is enough to impair their function. However, this effect reverses quickly. A full night of recovery sleep restores natural killer cell activity to normal levels. These cells work around the clock, but they need you to rest periodically so your body can replenish and activate them. Think of natural killer cells as security guards who become less alert when they're tired. Give them regular breaks through sleep, and they remain vigilant. Cortisol plays complex roles in both stress and healing, serving important functions when released at appropriate times. Morning cortisol provides natural anti-inflammatory effects that prepare your body for daily activity. The challenge isn't cortisol itself, its timing and amount. Healthy sleep patterns ensure this hormone can support rather than hinder healing, with its protective effects active during waking hours while allowing nighttime inflammation to proceed appropriately for repair. Night after night recalibrates this delicate balance. When cortisol rhythms are disrupted by poor sleep, this equilibrium fails. Inflammation may be suppressed when it's needed for repair or elevated when it should be quiet. Sleep maintains cortisol's timing, allowing this hormone to support your body's natural healing rhythms. You're still here, still awake, still drifting with us through these stories. Take a slow breath. Notice how your body feels a little heavier now, as if gravity itself is gently pulling you toward rest. We're exploring consciousness itself, the very thing doing the exploring right now. Strange, beautiful, and perfectly calm. Let's drift onward together. Protein synthesis, the process by which your cells build new proteins, peaks during sleep. Proteins are the building blocks of virtually everything in your body: muscle tissue, enzymes, hormones, antibodies, and structural components of cells. Studies using radioactive tracers in 2024 showed that protein synthesis rates increased by up to 50% during deep sleep compared to waking hours. Your body is literally building itself while you rest. This process requires not just sleep, but also adequate nutrition. Amino acids from dietary protein combined with the hormonal environment of sleep create optimal conditions for tissue construction. Whether you're recovering from exercise, healing from illness, or simply maintaining daily cellular turnover, your body builds most enthusiastically at night. Sleep provides both the time and the biological environment for construction. Bone healing and remodeling occur primarily during sleep. Throughout your life, bone is constantly being broken down and rebuilt through a process called remodeling. Specialized cells called osteoblasts build new bone while osteoclasts remove old bone. This delicate dance follows circadian rhythms, with bone formation peaking during sleep hours when growth hormone levels are highest. Research from 2025 found that people with chronic sleep difficulties show reduced bone density and slower fracture healing compared to those with healthy sleep patterns. Growth hormone and other factors released during sleep directly stimulate osteoblast activity. This matters not just for injury recovery but for lifelong bone health. Children need adequate sleep for bone growth, adults need it for bone maintenance, and older adults need it to slow age-related bone loss. Your skeleton rebuilds itself at night. Muscle recovery after exercise depends heavily on sleep. When you use your muscles intensively, you create microscopic tears in muscle fibers. These tears aren't damage to avoid, they're signals for growth. But the actual repair and strengthening happen during rest, particularly sleep. Studies from 2024 show that athletes who sleep 8 or more hours show faster recovery, reduced injury risk, and greater strength gains compared to those sleeping less than 7 hours. During deep sleep, blood flow to muscles increases, growth hormone surges, and protein synthesis accelerates. Your muscles don't get stronger during the workout. They get stronger during the recovery that follows, especially during sleep. Rest isn't laziness, it's when adaptation occurs. Every night provides another opportunity for your muscles to rebuild themselves slightly stronger than before. Stem cells, your body's master repair cells capable of becoming many different cell types, show enhanced activity during sleep. Recent research from 2025 using advanced tracking techniques found that stem cells in various tissues follow circadian patterns of activation. In many tissues, stem cell division peaks during typical sleeping hours. These cells are responsible for replacing damaged cells and maintaining tissue integrity throughout your life. Their activity is regulated by molecular clocks within the cells themselves and by systemic signals including sleep-related hormones. When circadian rhythms are disrupted through irregular sleep, stem cell function becomes less efficient. Your body's regenerative capacity, its ability to replace old cells with fresh ones, depends partly on maintaining healthy sleep patterns that support stem cell timing and activity. The gut lining, which regenerates remarkably quickly, with some sections renewing every few days, performs much of this renewal during sleep. Your intestinal cells are among the fastest dividing cells in your body, constantly replacing themselves to maintain the barrier between your digestive contents and your bloodstream. This rapid turnover requires significant cellular resources and is timed to circadian rhythms. Research from 2024 demonstrated that disrupted sleep patterns impair gut barrier function, potentially allowing unwanted substances to cross into the bloodstream. When sleep is regular and adequate, gut lining integrity remains strong, supporting both digestive health and immune function. Much of your immune system resides in tissues surrounding your gut, so maintaining this barrier through proper sleep has implications far beyond digestion. Your gut literally builds a new interior surface every few days, and it does most of this work while you sleep. Liver detoxification, the process by which your liver neutralizes toxins and waste products, follows strong circadian patterns. While your liver works continuously, certain detoxification enzymes show peak activity during nighttime hours. The liver processes everything from medication metabolites to environmental toxins to natural byproducts of metabolism. A 2025 study found that sleep disruption impairs liver detoxification efficiency, potentially allowing waste products to accumulate. This doesn't mean your liver stops working without sleep, but its efficiency decreases. Regular sleep supports optimal liver function, helping your body process and eliminate substances that would otherwise build up. Think of your liver as a night shift worker in your body's waste management system. Giving it consistent nighttime hours allows it to perform its cleaning duties most effectively. Kidney function also varies with circadian rhythms, filtering your blood most efficiently during typical waking hours, but performing important maintenance and regulatory work during sleep. Your kidneys adjust fluid and electrolyte balance, regulate blood pressure, and filter waste products continuously. However, nighttime brings shifts in kidney function that support overnight fasting and maintain stable body chemistry while you're not eating or drinking. Research from 2024 shows that people with irregular sleep patterns are at higher risk for developing kidney-related concerns over time. Your kidneys, like most organs, operate on biological schedules that assume regular sleep-wake patterns. Supporting these natural rhythms through consistent sleep helps your kidneys maintain the precise chemical balance your body requires. Neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections and reorganize existing ones, is significantly enhanced during sleep. When you learn something new or practice a skill during the day, the real consolidation happens that night. Brain cells establish stronger connections, unnecessary synapses are pruned away, and neural efficiency improves. This process, documented extensively in 2024 research, explains why students who sleep after studying perform better than those who stay up studying longer. The same principle applies to recovery from brain injury or learning to cope with challenges. Your brain literally rewires itself during sleep, adapting to your experiences, integrating new information, and optimizing its networks. Every night offers a chance for your brain to update its software, becoming slightly better adapted to your life than it was yesterday. Synapse formation, the creation of new connections between neurons, occurs most readily during sleep, particularly during slow-wave sleep. These connections form the physical basis of memories, skills, and habits. A fascinating 2025 study using microscopy to observe individual synapses found that they strengthen during sleep after being formed during waking learning. Some synapses weaken or disappear during sleep too, part of a process called synaptic homeostasis. Your brain can't keep strengthening every connection indefinitely, so sleep provides time to reinforce important connections while clearing away unused ones. This selective strengthening and pruning makes your neural networks more efficient. Sleep is when your brain decides what to keep, what to strengthen, and what to release. It's a nightly editing session that maintains your cognitive clarity. Memory consolidation, the process of transforming temporary memories into lasting ones, has been studied extensively, with breakthrough research continuing through 2025. Different types of memory consolidate during different sleep stages. Factual memories benefit most from slow-wave sleep, while motor skills and procedural memories strengthen during REM sleep. Emotional memories are processed throughout the night. This isn't just about remembering facts, it's about integrating experiences into who you are. Your brain takes the scattered pieces of yesterday and weaves them into the story of your life. Without sleep, memories remain fragile, easily forgotten or distorted. With sleep, important experiences become permanent parts of you. Every night, you're not just resting, you're becoming a slightly different version of yourself, shaped by integrated experience. And now, as your mind settles these memories into place, your body turns its attention to more physical forms of renewal. And imagine, even when everything seems empty, space is always full of waves, vibrations, invisible energy. The space inside and around you is never truly empty. Imagine you're floating on a calm lake, but beneath the surface, there's always gentle current. Feel yourself suspended in that flowing stillness. Now we continue the journey. White blood cell production increases during sleep. Your bone marrow, where these immune cells are manufactured, shows heightened activity during nighttime hours. Research from 2024 demonstrated that sleep deprivation reduces white blood cell production, effectively weakening your immune capacity before you encounter any threat. These cells, including neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, and basophils, are your immune system's mobile defense force. When production slows due to lack of sleep, you have fewer soldiers available to respond to challenges. Fortunately, this reverses quickly with rest. Even one night of adequate sleep begins restoring white blood cell production to healthy levels. Your bone marrow works the night shift, manufacturing fresh immune cells while you sleep. Supporting this production through regular rest maintains your defensive capacity. Wound healing progresses through distinct phases: inflammation, proliferation, and remodeling, and each phase is influenced by circadian timing. Interestingly, research from 2025 suggests that your body's readiness to begin healing may vary with time of day, though the deep repair work itself happens primarily during sleep, regardless of when injury occurs. The body coordinates complex cellular activities: immune cells clearing debris, fibroblasts building new tissue, epithelial cells covering surfaces, and this coordination works best when supported by sleep. Sleep deprivation at any point during the weeks-long healing process can slow recovery, whether recovering from surgery, injury, or illness. Protecting sleep throughout the healing timeline supports optimal outcomes. Collagen, the most abundant protein in your body and the main structural component of skin, bone, tendons, and ligaments, is produced primarily during sleep. The complex process of collagen synthesis requires vitamin C, specific amino acids, and a hormonal environment that favors protein production. Deep sleep provides ideal conditions for this synthesis. Research from 2024 showed that people with chronic sleep difficulties produce less collagen and show signs of accelerated skin aging. But collagen matters for far more than appearance. It provides structural integrity to nearly every tissue. Adequate collagen production supports wound healing, joint health, bone strength, and blood vessel integrity. During these quiet hours, your body manufactures this essential structural protein, maintaining tissues throughout your entire body. Inflammation regulation, which we've touched on earlier, deserves deeper attention. Your body needs inflammation to heal, but inflammation must be precisely controlled. Too little prevents proper healing, too much causes tissue damage. Sleep helps maintain this delicate balance through multiple mechanisms. Anti-inflammatory proteins are produced during sleep. Pro-inflammatory signals decrease. Immune cells that promote inflammation shift to resting states. Studies from 2025 demonstrate that this regulation happens primarily through the vagus nerve and circadian-controlled hormone releases. When sleep is inadequate, inflammation escapes proper control, potentially becoming chronic. Balanced inflammation, active when needed for defense and repair, quiet otherwise, depends on the regulatory signals that sleep provides. Your body's inflammatory dimmer switch is calibrated each night during rest. Cartilage, the smooth tissue cushioning your joints, has limited blood supply and relies heavily on circadian rhythms for maintenance. Cartilage cells, called chondrocytes, produce the extracellular matrix that gives cartilage its shock-absorbing properties. A 2024 study found that these cells follow strong circadian patterns, with matrix production peaking during typical sleeping hours. Sleep disruption, particularly chronic irregular sleep, is associated with faster cartilage degradation. While cartilage damage is often considered irreversible, maintaining healthy sleep patterns may slow age-related deterioration. For people with joint concerns, protecting sleep becomes especially important. Your joints are quietly maintaining themselves during sleep, producing the materials that keep movement smooth and comfortable. This maintenance work requires both time and appropriate circadian timing. Cell division, the process by which one cell becomes two, happens throughout your body continuously but follows circadian patterns. Different tissues schedule cell division for different times, but many show peak division during nighttime hours. This timing makes sense. Dividing cells are vulnerable, and conducting major cellular renovations during quiet sleep hours reduces risk. Research from 2025 using time-lapse imaging captured cell division rhythms across multiple tissue types, finding that disrupted sleep patterns disturb division timing. Poorly timed cell division increases error rates, potentially leading to cellular problems. Regular sleep maintains the temporal organization of cell division throughout your body, ensuring billions of cells divide on schedule, correctly, contributing to continuous tissue renewal. DNA repair mechanisms work continuously, but show enhanced activity during sleep. Your DNA faces constant damage from normal metabolism, environmental exposures, and random chemical reactions. Fortunately, cells have sophisticated repair machinery that finds and fixes most damage. Studies from 2024 found that some DNA repair pathways are more active during sleep, particularly in the brain. This nighttime focus on maintenance makes sense. With reduced metabolic demands during sleep, cells can dedicate more resources to quality control. Accumulated DNA damage contributes to cellular aging and dysfunction. By supporting repair processes through adequate sleep, you're maintaining the genetic integrity of billions of cells. Every night offers a chance for your cells to catch up on maintenance, fixing the day's wear and tear before it accumulates into larger problems. Your cardiovascular system performs important maintenance during sleep. Blood pressure naturally decreases by 10 to 20% during sleep, a phenomenon called nocturnal dipping. This nighttime pressure reduction gives your blood vessels a chance to rest and repair. People who don't show this dipping pattern, often due to sleep apnea or disrupted sleep, have higher cardiovascular risk. Research from 2025 confirms that the endothelial cells lining your blood vessels use this lower pressure period for maintenance. They repair minor damage, produce substances that keep vessels flexible, and perform housekeeping that's harder to accomplish under daytime pressures. Proper sleep allows your entire cardiovascular system a nightly maintenance window. Your heart and blood vessels need rest just as much as your muscles do. Hormone regulation extends far beyond the few hormones already mentioned. Your endocrine system, including thyroid, adrenal glands, pancreas, and reproductive organs, follows elaborate daily rhythms that depend on sleep-wake cycles. Thyroid hormone affects metabolism in nearly every cell. Insulin regulates blood sugar. Reproductive hormones govern cycles and fertility. All of these show circadian patterns that become disrupted with irregular sleep. A comprehensive 2024 review found that virtually every hormone in your body is influenced by sleep timing and quality. This interconnected system means that supporting sleep doesn't just affect one or two processes. It supports the entire hormonal orchestra that coordinates all bodily functions. Sleep keeps your endocrine system conducting in harmony. Mitochondria, the tiny energy-producing structures within your cells, undergo maintenance and renewal primarily during sleep. These organelles generate the energy currency, ATP, that powers all cellular activities. Mitochondria face oxidative stress from their own energy production and gradually accumulate damage. During sleep, cells can dedicate resources to mitochondrial quality control, repairing damaged mitochondria, removing severely damaged ones, and producing new ones. Research from 2025 shows that sleep-deprived cells have more dysfunctional mitochondria and produce less efficient energy. Since every cell's function depends on adequate energy supply, mitochondrial health affects everything from muscle strength to immune responses to brain function. Sleep maintains your cellular power plants, ensuring every cell has the energy it needs to function optimally. Cellular autophagy, literally self-eating, is your cell's recycling program. Cells break down damaged components, misfolded proteins, and worn-out organelles, recycling their parts. This quality control process intensifies during sleep and fasting. By clearing cellular debris, autophagy prevents accumulation of dysfunctional components that could impair cell function. Studies from 2024 demonstrated that sleep deprivation reduces autophagy across multiple tissue types, leading to buildup of cellular waste. Enhanced autophagy is associated with healthy aging and cellular resilience. When you sleep, you're giving every cell in your body time to clean house, to sort through its components, to discard what's broken, and to recycle what's salvageable. This nightly cellular housekeeping maintains function across all bodily systems. Clean cells work better than cluttered ones. Nerve regeneration, limited in the central nervous system but robust in peripheral nerves, is enhanced during sleep. When peripheral nerves are damaged, specialized cells called Schwann cells help guide regenerating nerve fibers back to their targets. This process is slow. Nerve regrowth happens at roughly 1 millimeter per day and is influenced by circadian rhythms and sleep-related growth factors. Research from 2025 found that people recovering from nerve injuries who maintain consistent sleep patterns show better functional recovery than those with disrupted sleep. While central nervous system regeneration remains limited, peripheral nerve healing demonstrates clear sleep dependence. If you're recovering from nerve injury, protecting sleep becomes part of supporting your body's regenerative efforts. Nerves heal slowly but steadily, and sleep supports each incremental step. Red blood cell production, called erythropoiesis, occurs continuously in bone marrow but shows circadian variation in regulatory signals. Red blood cells carry oxygen to tissues and carbon dioxide away, essential functions that require constant cell renewal since these cells only live about 120 days. Erythropoietin, the hormone stimulating red blood cell production, shows daily rhythms influenced by sleep patterns. Studies from 2024 indicate that chronic sleep disruption can affect red blood cell count and oxygen carrying capacity. While the effects are subtle under normal conditions, they become more significant during healing from illness, recovering from blood loss, or adapting to physical training. Sleep supports the steady production of fresh red blood cells, maintaining your body's oxygen delivery system at optimal capacity. Platelet function and production follow daily rhythms relevant to wound healing and blood clotting. Platelets, cell fragments that initiate clotting at injury sites, are produced continuously, but show circadian patterns in both production and activity. Research from 2025 found that platelets are most active and adhesive during typical waking hours when injury risk is higher, then become less reactive during sleep hours. This circadian variation in clotting factors may explain why certain cardiovascular events show time-of-day patterns. For healing, adequate platelet production and function ensure wounds can form proper clots, initiating the healing cascade. Sleep disorders that disrupt circadian rhythms can affect platelet behavior, potentially impacting both clotting ability and cardiovascular health. Your blood's ability to seal injuries depends partly on maintaining healthy sleep rhythms. Lymphatic circulation, which helps remove waste products and immune cells from tissues, appears to be enhanced during sleep. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like the heart. It relies on muscle movement and pressure changes to move lymph fluid. However, research from 2024 suggests that certain lymphatic vessels may show enhanced drainage during sleep, possibly due to postural changes and reduced muscle tension. The lymphatic system in the brain, which we discussed earlier, represents a specialized lymphatic-like clearance mechanism that works primarily during sleep. Throughout your body, waste removal systems take advantage of the relative stillness and specific physiology of sleep to perform their cleaning duties. Your body's drainage systems work the night shift, hauling away metabolic waste while you rest. Tissue oxygenation, the delivery of oxygen to cells, improves during certain sleep stages. While your metabolic rate decreases during sleep, blood flow distribution changes, sometimes increasing flow to specific tissues. Deep sleep particularly is associated with increased blood flow to muscles and skin. This enhanced perfusion delivers both oxygen and nutrients while removing waste products. Studies from 2025 examining tissue oxygen levels found that well-rested individuals show better overall tissue oxygenation than those with chronic sleep difficulties. Adequate oxygen delivery is essential for cellular metabolism and healing. Cells operating in low oxygen conditions shift to less efficient energy production. Sleep's effects on circulation ensure that healing tissues receive the oxygen they need for optimal repair metabolism. Neurotransmitter balance is restored during sleep. Throughout the day, you use neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that allow neurons to communicate faster than you can replace them. Sleep provides the synthesis time needed to replenish these supplies. Serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine, acetylcholine, and many others must all be manufactured from amino acid precursors. The enzymatic pathways producing neurotransmitters work continuously, but can't quite keep up during waking demands. Sleep, with its reduced neurotransmitter usage, allows production to catch up. Research from 2024 shows that chronic sleep deprivation leads to neurotransmitter depletion, affecting mood, cognition, and motor control. Every night of sleep replenishes your brain's chemical communication system, ensuring tomorrow's neural conversations can proceed smoothly. Your brain chemistry resets during sleep. Temperature regulation throughout your body supports healing processes. We mentioned earlier that body temperature drops during sleep, but this cooling isn't uniform. Core temperature decreases while extremity temperature may increase slightly as blood vessels dilate. This redistribution of heat affects cellular metabolism across different tissues. Some enzymatic processes work better at slightly lower temperatures, others at slightly warmer. Research from 2025 found that the temperature fluctuations during sleep create optimal conditions for different repair processes in different tissues. Your body uses temperature as a tool, adjusting it throughout the night to support various healing activities. The subtle warming and cooling cycles during sleep are orchestrating cellular activities beneath your awareness, creating ideal conditions for renewal. Muscular relaxation during sleep reduces energy expenditure and allows microtears from daily activity to heal. Even when you think you're relaxed during waking hours, muscles maintain some tension. True release happens primarily during sleep. This relaxation reduces metabolic demands, allowing cellular resources to shift toward repair. Additionally, reduced muscle tension means less strain on tendons and ligaments, giving connective tissues their own recovery time. Studies from 2024 examining athletes found that sleep quality directly correlates with recovery speed and injury prevention. The body uses sleep's muscular relaxation not just for energy conservation, but as an opportunity for thorough musculoskeletal maintenance. Your muscles, tendons, and ligaments all appreciate the complete rest that only sleep provides. Respiratory muscle recovery occurs during sleep, particularly during non-REM stages when breathing becomes more regular and effortless. Your diaphragm and intercostal muscles work continuously throughout your life, every breath requiring muscular contraction. During deep sleep, breathing becomes more efficient, reducing the workload on respiratory muscles. This gives these tireless workers a relative rest period. For people with respiratory conditions, sleep quality affects breathing muscle fatigue and recovery. Research from 2025 studying respiratory muscle function found that adequate sleep helps maintain diaphragm strength and endurance. Even the muscles that keep you breathing benefit from the reduced demands and supportive environment that sleep provides. Breathing happens automatically, but the muscles doing it appreciate restful hours. Immune memory formation, the process by which your immune system remembers past encounters, is enhanced during sleep. When you encounter a pathogen or receive a vaccination, certain immune cells must undergo a transformation from activated fighters to long-lived memory cells. This transformation is influenced by sleep-related signals. Studies from 2024 confirm that sleep after immune challenges improves the formation of immunological memory, meaning your immune system will remember and respond more effectively to repeat encounters. This isn't just about fighting infections, it's about your immune system learning and adapting throughout your life. Sleep provides the classroom where immune cells study, practice, and memorize the threats they've encountered, preparing for faster, stronger responses in the future. Enzymatic systems throughout your body show circadian patterns that affect healing. Enzymes are biological catalysts that facilitate countless chemical reactions. Different enzymes peak in activity at different times, creating a daily rhythm of chemical possibility. For example, digestive enzymes surge during typical mealtimes, while liver detoxification enzymes reach their peak during the early morning hours of sleep. This temporal organization means your body performs different chemical processes at appropriate times. Research from 2025 mapping enzymatic activities across tissues found elaborate choreography, with different chemical reactions scheduled throughout the day-night cycle. Sleep maintains this timing, ensuring each enzyme peaks when its substrate is most available or its product most needed. Your body's chemical reactions pulse to daily rhythms. Metabolic waste removal from cells happens continuously but accelerates during sleep. Every cellular process produces byproducts, used up molecules, excess ions, oxidized compounds. Cells must export these wastes or face dysfunction from accumulation. While removal happens around the clock, the reduced metabolic rate during sleep creates favorable conditions for waste clearance. With fewer new waste products being generated, clearance mechanisms can catch up. Studies from 2024 measuring cellular waste products found lower levels after sleep compared to extended wakefulness. This applies to waste removal at every level, from individual cells to organs to whole body systems. Sleep provides a low activity period during which your body can focus on taking out the trash, clearing away the byproducts of yesterday's living. Cellular energy stores are replenished during sleep. ATP, the energy currency cells use for virtually all active processes, is continuously produced and consumed. However, cells also maintain reserve energy in the form of creatine phosphate and glycogen. These stores deplete during waking activity and are restored during sleep. Research from 2025 examining cellular energy metabolism found that sleep deprivation progressively depletes these reserves, leaving cells energy poor and less capable of responding to demands. Adequate sleep allows cells to fully recharge their energy batteries. Tomorrow's activities depend on tonight's energy restoration. Whether you're thinking, moving, healing, or simply maintaining basic cellular functions, you're spending energy that must be replenished. Sleep provides the restoration time your cellular energy systems require. Circadian clock genes are expressed in virtually every cell in your body, creating internal timepieces that coordinate cellular activities with the day-night cycle. These clock genes turn on and off in roughly 24-hour cycles, controlling thousands of other genes. The timing of DNA repair, cell division, metabolic processes, and hormone production all depend on these cellular clocks. Research from 2024 found that sleep disruption desynchronizes cellular clocks, causing different cells to lose coordination with each other. When cellular timing fails, processes that should be synchronized drift apart, reducing efficiency. Regular sleep entrains these billions of cellular clocks, keeping them synchronized with each other and with the external world. Your body's temporal organization, from individual cells to whole systems, depends on the daily reset that sleep provides. You might be feeling tired now. That's perfectly fine. Breathe slowly, feel the cycles. Your heart beats, your lungs expand, cells divide and repair, all are circles, cycles, endless rhythms. Like your breath. Inhale, exhale, exhale. A small cycle within the vast universe of your body. You're also part of that eternal movement. You don't need to hold on to anything. Let everything unfold in its perfect order, like cells silently regenerating in their time, unhurried, unresisting, simply healing. We're almost there now. Healing happens in layers, not all at once. The skin you see closing over a wound is just the beginning. Beneath that surface, deeper tissues continue their work for weeks or months. This layered timing applies to emotional healing too. You might feel better one day, then struggle the next. This isn't failure, it's the natural rhythm of deep repair. Sleep supports every layer, every stage, every increment of progress. Trust the timeline your body knows. The healing processes we've explored tonight aren't new inventions. They're ancestral gifts, refined through millions of years. Every human who ever lived healed through these same mechanisms. When you sleep and heal, you're participating in something older than civilization, older than language. You're connected to every ancestor who ever rested and recovered, their legacy alive in your cells. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Rest isn't empty time, it's full of invisible repair. While you lie still, billions of cells are dancing, moving, building, communicating. Your inactivity creates space for activity at scales you cannot see. Doing nothing is doing everything your body needs. Sleep is active healing disguised as peaceful rest. Small improvements accumulate into transformation. Each night's sleep doesn't complete healing, it advances it by small increments, a fraction of a percent better. These tiny daily gains compound over time into significant recovery. You don't need to heal completely tonight. You only need tonight's small contribution to the larger journey. Patience with incremental progress is itself a form of healing wisdom. Your body doesn't need instructions on how to heal. It already knows. The same intelligence that grew you from a single cell into a complete human still operates within you. Trillions of cells coordinate without conscious oversight, following blueprints written into your DNA. Your job isn't to manage healing, it's to create conditions where healing can occur. Sleep is how you step aside and let your body's intelligence work. Healing requires surrender. You cannot force tissue to knit faster, immune cells to work harder, memories to process quicker. You can only offer your body time, safety, rest, and trust. Surrender isn't giving up, it's giving over, letting natural processes unfold at their own pace. Sleep is the daily practice of surrender to restoration. Every scar tells a story of successful healing. Scars aren't failures, they're evidence that your body met a challenge and won. The tissue may look different, but it's whole again, functional again. Emotional scars work similarly, changed but intact, healed, even if forever marked. Scars prove that damage doesn't have to be permanent. They're monuments to your body's resilience. Time itself has healing properties that cannot be rushed. Some processes simply require duration. No amount of effort can compress them. Trying to speed healing often backfires, creating strain that slows recovery. The greatest gift you can give your healing body is time, measured not in hours of doing, but in hours of allowing. Sleep offers time in its purest form. Rest is not weakness. In our culture that values constant activity, stopping feels wrong, but biology recognizes a different truth. Rest is when real work happens, the work of rebuilding, recalibrating, renewing. The hardest work often looks like doing nothing. When you rest, you're being as productive as you ever are, just at a cellular level instead of a visible one. Your healing doesn't have to be perfect to be real. Bodies don't return to exactly what they were. They heal forward into something new. This applies physically and emotionally. You're not trying to recover your old self. You're becoming a version of yourself that has survived, adapted, learned. Sleep supports this transformation, night by night building a new you. Sometimes healing means learning to live with what remains. Not all wounds close completely, not all losses can be replaced, but you can heal around them, adapt to them, Incorporate them into a life that's still full and meaningful. Complete restoration isn't always possible, but functional recovery usually is. Sleep helps you adjust, accept, and continue even when perfect recovery isn't available. The gentleness you show your healing body matters. Pushing too hard creates setbacks. Judging yourself for needing time creates stress that slows recovery. Treating yourself with compassion, resting when tired, accepting limitations, celebrating small progress creates optimal healing conditions. Your attitude toward your body becomes part of your healing environment. Kindness accelerates what harshness delays. Hope itself has biological effects. Research shows that people who believe they'll recover often do recover better than those who don't. Expectation influences physiology through complex pathways. This isn't magical thinking, it's real biology. Hope reduces stress hormones, improves immune function, enhances pain tolerance. Sleep supported by hope heals differently than sleep shadowed by despair. Your beliefs about healing affect the healing itself. Every living thing heals. Plants seal damaged bark, animals lick wounds, microorganisms repair broken membranes. Healing is a fundamental property of life itself. When you heal, you're expressing something essential about being alive. You're participating in the oldest biological imperative: persist, repair, continue. Sleep is life's universal healing time across all species. The night holds you gently while repair unfolds. Darkness isn't emptiness, it's privacy for vulnerable processes. Your body uses night's cover to do sensitive work, to let down defenses temporarily, to dedicate full resources to renewal. The darkness that sometimes feels lonely is actually protective. Night is your body's sanctuary for healing work that requires safety and stillness. You don't have to understand healing for it to work. Cells repair themselves without your conscious knowledge. Your immune system fights battles you never notice. Most healing happens completely outside awareness. You can trust processes you cannot see or feel. Sleep allows healing to proceed in the darkness of unconsciousness, working its invisible magic while you dream or lie quiet. Gratitude for your healing body, whatever its current state, changes your relationship with recovery. Even bodies that struggle are still trying. Even in chronic conditions, millions of cells are working moment by moment to maintain you. Appreciating their effort creates different internal chemistry than resenting limitations. Sleep becomes sweeter when approached with thanks for the body that carries you. Tomorrow's strength is built from tonight's rest. Every future accomplishment depends on the recovery you allow now. You can't borrow from tomorrow's energy. You can only build it by resting today. Sleep is investment in future capacity. The you who wakes tomorrow will be built from the rest you allow tonight. Every peaceful night constructs tomorrow's possibilities. Healing creates beauty from damage. Repaired bones are often stronger at the break site. Stretched skin develops resilience. Processed memories lose their sting. Your body doesn't just patch itself. It adapts, learns, improves. The version of you that emerges from healing is often more capable than the version that went in. Sleep nurtures this transformative repair. There is courage in rest. Choosing to sleep when culture demands productivity takes strength. Protecting rest time requires boundary setting. Trusting your body enough to surrender control asks for bravery. But this courage serves you deeply. The courage to rest builds the foundation for all other courage. Sleep is an act of quiet defiance and profound self-care. Healing connects you to every other healing being. Right now, across the world, millions of people are resting and recovering. You're part of this silent global community of repair. No one heals alone. We all participate in the universal process of life renewing itself. Sleep links you to this ancient, ongoing, worldwide healing presence. Your breath carries healing. Every inhale brings oxygen to billions of cells. Every exhale removes waste. Breathing itself is continuous healing, constant exchange, perpetual renewal. As you lie here breathing softly, you're participating in the most basic healing rhythm. Breath by breath, your body sustains itself. Even breathing is healing, especially during sleep's deep, efficient respirations. The present moment is all your body ever has for healing. It cannot repair yesterday, that's already happened. It cannot prepare for tomorrow, that hasn't arrived. Only now exists for healing. Sleep brings you fully into now, releasing past and future, allowing total presence. This presence is where healing lives. Now is always the healing moment. Peace itself may be the deepest medicine. When nervous systems relax, when stress dissolves, when safety settles in, healing flourishes. All the mechanisms we've explored tonight work better in peaceful conditions. Sleep offers peace by removing you temporarily from demands. In sleep's peace, your body does its finest work. Peace and healing are inseparable. You are healing now, even as you listen, even as you drift, even as consciousness blurs towards sleep. You are healing. Your body never stops trying to care for you. From this moment to the moment you wake, countless healing processes will proceed. You don't have to do anything more. Just rest. Just allow. Just be. Healing is happening now. And so, our quiet journey through healing comes to a gentle close. We've traveled from the tears that wash away sorrow to the white blood cells patrolling your bloodstream, discovering along the way that healing is both tender and powerful. From emotional wounds that mend in dreams to physical tissues that knit themselves together in darkness, we've glimpsed how healing is both science and poetry. Healing reminds us that the body knows wisdom the mind is still learning. Much of the most profound repair happens in silence, in the hours we surrender consciousness, in the spaces between heartbeats. Your body teaches patience, resilience, and trust. Without rest, there is no restoration. By pausing to notice, we glimpse the extraordinary work happening within the ordinary act of sleep. And now, in these final minutes, take the deepest breath you can, as deep as possible. Think about unity of every cell, every process, every moment of healing. You're not broken, you're in process. Think about consciousness itself, yours, mine, everyone listening, all awareness everywhere, perhaps all connected in ways we don't yet understand. You are not alone in the universe of healing. Let your entire being dissolve into the ocean of rest, into dreamless peace, into the space before thought. Prepare for deep sleep, no boundaries left, only healing. If this thoughtful exploration of healing made you feel less alone, whisper it forward to someone awake tonight. It may bring comfort to one more wandering consciousness. One quiet share, one peaceful night at a time. But there's no need to do anything now, nothing at all. You've traveled far tonight, farther than most journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of healing to fade now, like morning mist dissolving in sunlight, leaving only the gentle calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if sinking softly into the earth itself. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a tide, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, the next video is waiting for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they're closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, your body will still be healing, your cells will still be dividing, repairing, growing, but tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, gentle healer, and remember, your body knows exactly what to do. Dream deeper with bedtime science. Good night.